Yo, what's up everybody? My name is Ben. Today we got the iPhone 13 mini. Now this is a super special little phone and we're gonna check out just how good it is to use still in 2024. Let's get right into it. Now one of the best things about the iPhone 13 mini is that it is no slouch at all. It has the A15 chip in it, which came out of course in 2021. But even with this phone now being approaching 2.5 to 3 years old, it still is fast. And it shares the same, of course, A15 chip that's currently in the iPhone SE 3rd generation and the iPhone 14. And you can see just as we navigate around this phone, there's really not a lot that can slow it down. Now, I've closed all the applications on it, and let's just go ahead and just open some of these applications and see how quick it is as we just jump around and use these apps. And keep in mind that this is a 2.5-year-old phone, and it's getting older and the software updates should be slowing it down, but there's hardly anything here that can actually slow down the phone. It's surprisingly fast and there's really not much that is in its way still in 2024. And one of the biggest improvements about this phone compared to the 12 mini before it is the camera sensors. Now here we have two 12 megapixel cameras. The one on the bottom is the main sensor and the one on the top is the ultra wide sensor. But here with the main sensor, they made a larger sensor than the year before, which allows in more light, which in my comparison with the 12 mini and 13 mini, which I've made previously on this channel, did make a difference in the overall detail and the overall quality of the pictures that were produced from it. And this is a super solid camera. So we're going to show you here some sample shots from the camera. So let's dive in and just take a look at some of them. So here is an indoor picture, and you can see it's a pretty solid picture, but as we zoom in and as we look closer at some of the details of the shot, there is some noise, and it's not the clearest picture with some of those dark shades that are on the snowboards. Next up is the selfie camera. Now the selfie camera is a 12 megapixel camera, and it produces pretty solid shots. You can see that there's some good detail and some good lighting on this picture, and really it's a solid shot. Next up is an outdoor shot, and here you can see there's a good balance of colors, but that the iPhone isn't able to handle the dynamic range very well of the car versus the sky. We can see that the car is a little bit obscured and there isn't much detail to it. Next is just another indoor shot. You can see good detail, good lighting. And again, here we see a little bit of a struggle with dynamic range. There's a little bit of obscuration with the darker colors of the shot. And then here is an outdoor shot. We can see just how bright and how vivid it's able to capture the sky and also the detail of the grass. And here's another one. I believe this was an ultra wide shot. And likewise, you can see it's a really stunning and good picture, and it's able to capture the blues of the sky in a nice way. I don't know if there's actually that much contrast in real life, but it's a very photogenic shot. Here's another outdoor shot, and you can see some good detail in it. And then finally, just a video. And you can see here just 4K video recording on the iPhone 13 mini. And this is just a camera and a microphone test, so we can get an idea of how it looks on the iPhone 13 mini. And of course, the most special part about this phone is just how small it is. It's really just incredible how you can slip it into your pocket and completely forget that it's even there for how small and how light it is. Another huge piece about this phone is just how easy it is to use. Just one hand, your single thumb, to reach from one side of the screen to the other and control the whole phone. There's no hand gymnastic, there's no awkward shimmying around in your hand of the phone to be able to use it. Your entire screen can be accessed by your thumb, and that's just wonderful. There's no phone that's like this in 2024, especially of something of this caliber of quality, of camera, quality of just experience. The iPhone 13 mini is the last truly good small phone. So one of the coolest parts about the iPhone 13 mini now in 2024 is just how cheap it's getting. So let's take a look here together and just check out the pricing for this phone now on eBay. Now, I know eBay isn't for everybody, but eBay, to me, especially if you use the eBay refurbished listings, provides you a 1-year warranty, or generous return policy, and really there's not a lot that can go wrong. So let's just go ahead and take a look at some of those listings and see how much the iPhone 13 mini is as we look it up here on the screen. So we're going to go here to eBay, and we're just going to check out how much these iPhone 13 minis, especially the unlocked eBay refurbished ones, are costing. So here we go. You see right up here, this is very good condition for $334, and that is a little bit on the high end. I got mine for $240, being an AT&T model. But in general, I do recommend getting a factory unlocked model, just so there's that peace of mind of whether or not the device is paid off or whether or not it's still attached to somebody's account. If it's an unlocked device, you don't have any of that stress. If we scroll down a little bit more here, we see like $350, $330 is about normal for these phones. And like I said, let's just go ahead and see how much like an AT&T model is. You can probably get an AT&T one for a little bit cheaper if you're willing to take a little bit of that risk. But you can see here, this one is $260, which for what this phone is, for everything you're getting, for that camera, the battery life, and the software support that you're going to get with that A15 chip that is still being used in the iPhone 14, I think the prices that these things are sitting at is pretty incredible. So we just spent some time with the iPhone 13 mini, and I think this is the last truly good small phone that we're going to get for a while. And I think with the way the pricing is looking right now, and with just how good of a phone this thing still is, it's a no-brainer if you're looking for a small phone and an iPhone that is compact, that still looks and feels like a modern iPhone, and has all of the check boxes checked for what you need to do in 2024. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on the iPhone 13 mini, so let me know down below in the comments your thoughts on the phone, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.